Hello, I am Dr. K. Paul Stoller, trying to make sense of the exploding rate of divorce among mature couples. Across many countries, divorce patterns have shifted in striking ways. Women initiate a large share of separations, and gray divorce, that is, divorces among couples in midlife and beyond, has risen notably since the late 20th century. It's tempting to reduce these late-life breakups to a single cause, the hormonal turbulence of perimenopause, because hormones clearly shape mood, cognition, and desire. But the reality is far more subtle. Perimenopause is one thread woven into a complex tapestry of psychological, cultural, biological, and social forces, but not the only one. Scholars proposing proximate explanations point to several plausible contributors. Women today are more willing and able to act on relationship dissatisfaction than earlier generations. They expect deeper emotional intimacy, enjoy greater economic independence, and possess more social permission to leave marriages that no longer meet their needs. Those changes matter, but they do not fully explain the suddenness and intensity with which many midlife separations unfold. There are other, less obvious dynamics at work. In psychological and archetypal terms, the 40s are often a moment of existential appraisal. Astrologers call this period the Uranus opposition, or the Uranus return phase, a symbolic prompt toward independence, reinvention, and the breaking of old patterns. Whether one accepts astrology literally or reads the symbol as a poetic shorthand, the experience is recognizably human. People at 40 often confront the question, am I living the life I intended? That question can push toward bold changes, career shifts, creative reinvention, and sometimes the reconfiguration of intimate bonds. Evolutionary and cultural legacies also shape the pressures that surface at midlife. For most of human history, lifespans were far shorter. The social roles tied to age and reproductive value were different. We may carry echoes of ancient anxieties, a deep, nonverbal fear of being sidelined or losing usefulness because often one was banished if one became irrelevant. Modern life translates this into something like a fear of becoming invisible or missing out. When a woman has long derived part of her identity and self-esteem from being desired and central to a family, the gradual fading of that mirror can awaken intense vulnerabilities. These are not vanities in the petty sense. They are psychobiological signals rooted in identity and survival. Hormones and attachment biology color the scene. Oxytocin, estrogen, and progesterone modulate bonding and emotional regulation. Their fluctuations can shift how secure we feel and how we respond to perceived threats to connection. If emotional needs go unmet during this sensitive period, the brain's search for validation can prioritize novelty. A compliment from a stranger can release an exhilarating cascade of reward chemistry precisely because it feels unconditioned and unexpected, a temporary antidote, however fleeting, to that subterranean fear. Over time, novelty seeking can undermine steady commitments. Social ecosystems amplify individual tendencies. Smaller extended families, the gig economy, social media, and cultural scripts that valorize reinvention all make it easier and sometimes glamorously tempting to walk away. Peer networks of similarly situated divorcees, inspiring feeds of women starting over, living their best life, and cultural narratives that equate leaving with liberation can normalize choices that, in quieter lights, will have profound costs. Fractured families, hurting children, and the sorrow that sometimes follows impulsive exits. None of this moralizes. Most people do not set out to harm their children or to become ruthless agents of disruption and chaos. Rather, the midlife divorce wave often emerges where raw biological sensibilities intersect with an ever-increasing need for external validation, cultural permission, and the sudden availability of alternatives. Feeling admired by someone other than a partner one has become habituated with makes one feel relevant, and the fear of being banished from the tribe is mitigated for a finite moment. The antidote to all this, not blame but awareness. Partners who understand the hormonal, psychological, and social forces at work have a better chance of responding with compassion, practical support, and preemptive planning, recognizing the years around 40 not as a moment to be feared, but as an invitation to honest care and courageous stewardship of relationship.